Welcome, it's Denome, and welcome to this crypto update. When I saw the crash this morning, I unfortunately thought that this will be the local bottom already, and we're headed for a nice upside. But after I dug a little bit deeper, I unfortunately have to conclude that it looks like we are headed for a massive crash to like 80k to 78k price level. This is what I'm eyeing at for now. But there is a good chance that we have a recovery to like 94k first, and then we have a big dive to that 80k range. Now in this video I will lay out exactly my reasoning, and then you can disagree or agree, I don't care, but I will just share with you my analysis. So first off, let me show you the technical analysis that I'm currently looking at. Number one, we had this trend line here, and currently we are sitting below it. And usually when trend lines get broken, it's likely that we head down from there. And the second thing is that we also had this trend line here, which I showed you in the previous update. And as you can see, we are below it as well. So we're basically below two trend lines right now, just hovering above it. So it seems like we want to go to the downside. The third reason on a technical analysis perspective is that on the daily chart, when you plot out the RSI here, you can see that we are in this downtrend in the RSI. And right now, you can see that we are not below the RSI 30 level yet. And usually we do see these local bottoms when the RSI on the daily chart goes below 30. And we have not seen that in this consolidation period yet. So it's likely that we do head lower as well. Now, that is just the technical analysis here. Let me show you a little bit deeper information. And the next thing why I talking about 80k or 78k price level, the biggest reason for that is when we go and take a look at Bitcoin futures and we take a look at the CME futures gaps, you can see that we have this massive gap here between $78,000 and $80,500. And this is like a magnet. And why is it a magnet? Or why these CME gaps are important? There's not really any scientific reason for it, why these tend to get filled, other than big players trade these gaps. Their trading bots are set in a way where when these gaps get filled, that's when they do initiate their buy orders. Or to the flip side, they sell when the gaps fill to the opposite side. So for these reasons, these are like magnets and they usually tend to get filled. Not always. We do have a massive gap here. Where is it? It's like I have to go down here. Where is it that I saw one gap? Here. So we have one gap here at $10,000 price here. So I don't think Bitcoin is headed for $10,000 anymore. So it's not like a thing where Bitcoin has to go to fill those gaps. It's just a magnet that Bitcoin price is attracted to these gaps because big money is not ready to deploy capital until those get filled. So for that reason, 78k, 80k price level seems to be a good zone to buy if we do see that big crash. Now that was just the on trading view. Now let me show you the real data that got me extremely worried, and that is here on the coinank.com. And here what you have is aggregated spot order book depth, and currently I'm looking at the 1 hour chart with 1% price move. So this shows me exactly the amount of limit buy orders within 1% of the current price and the amount of limit sell orders within 1% of the current price. And as you always know, the price is a battle between bears and bulls. And this chart, in my opinion, is the best chart to show that in real time. So the reason why I got actually bullish for this local bottom is this. I saw this massive spike here in buy orders within 1% of the current price move. So I thought, okay, this has to be a local bottom because we are seeing a massive amount of buys come through. But here's where it got scary. When I changed this from 1% to 10%, then the picture changes quite a bit. So here you can easily see that this was the local top here, because on this top here you can see that there's $200 million worth more limit sell orders ready to get fired within 10% price move than there are buy orders. But on the flip side right now, there's basically only $30 million worth of buy orders more than there are sell orders. So within 10% of this current price move, there's just a lot of sell orders basically ready to get fired at any pullback. And at the same time, there's not a lot of buy orders to support the current price level. So that gets me quite worried, because that basically means that there's practically no liquidity within 10% 10% move of the current price level. And that would take us exactly to that 81k, 82k price level from here. So for these reasons, it seems like Bitcoin wants to go down. And this is why I'm sounding the alarms right now. Now, on the flip side, we do have some good things going on. Like, let me go to the 1 month view on the liquidation heat map. This shows us the amount of liquidations or liquidation liquidity for shorts and longs at any price level. You can see we basically just dived through this liquidity zone here. We liquidated a bunch of longs already, and on a normal day, it would be likely that we go and tag this 100k price level here, because as you can see, there's a lot of short liquidity. But when we go and take a look at the 6-month view, again, the view changes, because we do have quite a bit of liquidity. Let me get this, if I can get this to work. Let's refresh the page. Okay, now we got it. So here, sorry about that. Let's get it. Okay, now we have it. Now, below this low here, we are seeing a lot of liquidations. And when you take a look at the numbers like $400 million, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's $400 million ready to get liquidated. It's just a reference point that tells me that there's a lot of liquidity basically all the way down here to like $84,000 according to this data here. Now, this is not the most accurate data, I have to tell you that. I don't know how exactly they get their data here, but in my opinion, this is a good reference point, but it's not the absolute truth. But this tells me that if Bitcoin price goes lower here, it's just likely that we flush through all the way down here. Now, the liquidation zone basically ends here at 80,000 price level. So we not go that low according to this data here, but again, the CME cap is at 80k to 78,500. So if you want to front run that at like 81k, that could be like a nice spot to have Bitcoin. But all in all, that's basically, it looks to me that Bitcoin would like to tag that low here. Now, going to the news section, then I will talk about the fundamentals. We do have bearish and bullish news, but obviously I do have to address the Bybit hack that happened. So Bybit hack was $1.4 billion, and it got sucked out of their cold wallet. And this is a new type of hack that we have not seen before. I have not made a deep dive video for this, but in short, they had a multi-signature wallet for their Ethereum holdings for $1.4 billion of Ethereum on Bybit. And what had happened is they got an email from their partner, and in that email was a malicious link. And they used that link, and the link guided them to their normal website, but the website had code that altered the smart contract of that cold wallet. And apparently everybody who had the signature didn't realize it was a fake website, or I don't know what exactly happened. This is the official narrative. And what happened, everybody signed the transaction. They thought it was a regular transaction. Next thing they know, $1.4 billion is gone from their wallets. And then they've been on the hunt to basically locate this fund. I think they've been able to freeze about $50 million of this fund, and the rest is currently now on Ethereum. The hacker burned some of the Ethereum, and there's this and that going on. But all in all, this is the largest hack in history by a mile. The FTX hack here was only $400 million compared to $1.4 billion of this Bybit hack. But right now, Bybit seems to still be standing. The withdrawals are still open, and they are now going to the market and buying Ethereum from the market to basically fill the void of their Ethereum holdings. I think they're taking some loans as well, so there's still risk if you hold funds on Bybit, but it looks like they might actually survive this. It's nice to see that the whole crypto community kind of came together to help Bybit and to help find these illicit funds. There's still some money laundering going on, but people are tracking that, and I don't think they will be able to recover maybe 90% of the funds. But according to different sources, the revenue that Bybit is able to generate through their users is more than enough to basically fill the void here. So I guess customers do not lose funds, but Bybit is taking a massive haircut on this. I hope this still stands true 1 week from now, 2 weeks from now, and even 2 years from now. But right now, this is the situation. Now, going further, we did have Fed Chairman Jeremy Powell saying that Bitcoin is basically digital gold. And this is extremely bullish on a normal day, as well as we did see Michael Saylor. He bought $2 billion worth of Bitcoin using the convertible note strategy that I shared on this channel as well. So that's nice to see. And again, on a normal day, this would be bullish. Then Donald Trump Jr. is coming to DeFi World 2025 to speak tomorrow on 26th of February. And again, on a normal day, this would be obviously bullish. President Sun is coming to speak at a crypto conference. I don't know what he's gonna speak. Maybe markets will, if he has something to announce, but I don't think so because he's not an official of the US government. So I don't think he's gonna announce anything, just a regular talk. So when he speaks, people might get hopes up, but then I think markets will tank because he will not announce anything, most likely. Now, I could be wrong on this, but I think this will not affect markets up or down in a like a big manner. Then Ursula von der Leyen, she came out again, basically condemning free speech, saying that censorship is like a vaccine against disinformation, and they have to do, what was the word here, pre-debunking, not debunking, but pre-bunking of information. So Europe is doubling down on censorship, which is absolutely insane to me, but this is what Europe wants to do, and they are obviously welcome to do so. That's pretty much it for the news. On the fundamental side, when we take a look at Bitcoin ETFs, yesterday we saw a massive $357 million of outflows from ETFs, and that is just a continuation of this current trend that we are seeing. Unfortunately, no end in sight for the sell pressure from the ETFs. Also, when we go and take a look at sentiment.net, here we are seeing Bitcoin supply entering exchanges. This is what I've been reporting for the last few weeks, that we are unfortunately seeing Bitcoin entering exchanges once again. So we might be looking for a downtrend, and that seems to be materializing right now. And also, when we take a look at stablecoin market cap, I got a little bit hopeful here when I saw stablecoin supply reaching $201 billion, that maybe markets would turn around, but for now that does not seem to have been the case. On the flip side, good side, we're not seeing old wallets really panic selling here. So old wallets are just mostly holding on to their assets for now, which is nice, because if old wallets panic, then obviously markets would crash. But old wallets are not panicking for now. But here, when we take a look at Bitcoin supply distribution, we are seeing new buyers entering the markets. So we are seeing basically retail investors, this pink line here, 0 to 1 Bitcoin holders, increasing their Bitcoin holdings right to this dump here. Of course, retail buys to the dump, and also 1 to 100 Bitcoin holders have been buying before this dump here as well. While the mega whales, 10,000 to 100,000 Bitcoin wallet holders, they have been actually dumping Bitcoin here. So this is the case with fundamentals, and now basically going back to the chart here. So what I'm currently expecting is this. When I draw it out on the chart, we are breaking out of this trend line here. There is a chance that this was a fake out and we head up from here, but that's not really what I'm expecting. What I'm expecting right now is that this most likely was a short-term local bottom. Sorry, one more thing I have to share with you guys before I draw anything else here, is S&P 500 index. So the reason for this crypto downturn right now is S&P 500 index is absolutely crashing. So on Friday, the markets tanked here 1.7% to the downside. An engulfing candle to the downside. And on Monday open, the trend continued to the downside. And right now, when we take a look at this trend line here, you can see that we are basically looking to break it to the downside here as well. Bitcoin already broke to the downside from my perspective, so it's likely that S&P 500 index will do the same. Not that there's a correlation, but usually crypto markets front run whatever is happening in the real world markets. So if this goes to the downside, it's likely that this is headed for new lows here as well. And that will most likely take crypto with it. So this is one reason why I'm currently a little bit concerned. But there could be a small pullback to the upside. Obviously, we did see the buyers entering the markets here. We already are seeing a little bit pullback, but what I'm kind of expecting is like a price pullback to like 94k, and that will be where a lot of people will short Bitcoin, and then we head for those lows. It might not be a one swift move to the downside. There might be zigzag, but 78k is basically where people, big whales, are expecting the price to go to. So this is unfortunately what I'm currently looking at. Now my trading might be a little bit different if I see something else going on in the market. This is just my analysis as of now, as of today, as I'm seeing the markets. Not the best update, obviously. I wish I could say that now this is up only from here, but it does not seem to be the case from my perspective. Now, if you want to trade these markets, if you want to have an exchange that has your back, you can use Bybit.com. They are the sponsor of my channel, but be careful. Like I said, the liquidation, the hack event is not played out yet. So you may want to wait out a little bit, but if you have confidence in Bybit, they currently have a competition going on with 3commas.com, which is the bot platform that I highlighted in a previous video. I will link the video in the description as well. But they have a 28-day campaign right now where you can earn a lot of rewards. Let's see here. What is the rewards? Total prize pool is, here you can have, the maximum prize is $40,000 in prizes if you are trading on Bybit using the 3commas platform. So there is this competition, and obviously there's the normal competition, normal trading, normal welcome rewards, $30,000 as well to be had if you use the link that I have. Anyway, that's it for the update today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video, and bye bye.